Ladies and gentlemen, we have been hoodwinked. We have been hoodwinked to the fullest extent of the law. We have been hoodwinked, ladies and gentlemen. I thought, oh, y'all need to see my face. Y'all need to see my face for this. Y'all need to see my face, okay? Yo, peoples, Kyushu 92 here. I need to go over. For the longest, I was told we were told that the newest chapter of One Piece would be dropping on the 17th. What is today? It is the 16th. Had I not looked at my Hero Academia, because here's the thing, I thought we were only gonna get My Hero Academia today and Jujutsu Kaisen. And luckily for me, Ozzy, love ya Ozzy, thank you for letting me know, right as I'm preparing to do my stream for My Hero Academia, he tells me, just letting you know, the One Piece chapter is out now and not coming out tomorrow. So it's like, oh. So we got it! Juke, it's good to see you. We're here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. One Piece is back. Oh, one dream, one wish. Kanetsu inara over the top. Yo, let's go! One Piece is back! We're finally off from break. Let's get started with chapter 1087. The battleship bags. What do you mean battleship bags? It's been so long. It's been so long! Chapter 1087, 1087 Battleship Bags. Reader request, a capybara enjoying a bath over a fire started by Ace. And considering that I just ended my readings of like the Paramount War and we're preparing to move into the new world, seeing Ace again, it's like, good God, I'm just so attached to this dude. Now I fully understand. Why people love Ace so much. I've read the chapters. I spent time with this character whenever he showed up, and I can fully understand it now. Ship graveyard near Naval Base G1. Wait, what do you mean ship graveyard? Wait, what do you mean ship graveyard at G1? Ship graveyard near Naval Base G1. Battleship bags? Yeah, instead of punching bags. Those marks come from punching the armored hulls of the battleships at this scrapyard. Excuse me? What? There's a ship graveyard here at Naval Base G1. And Brand New is here, along with Full Body and Django. And there's these battleships with massive dents in them. Someone's been punching these ships. They're not punching bags. They're battleship bags. Battleship bags? Yeah, instead of punching bags. Those marks come from punching the armored hulls of the battleships at this scrapyard. Who did? A much younger Vice Admiral Garp. In fact, it's a daily practice he's kept up for decades. This man uses battleships as punching bags! Even now! What? He still does it? Why are there two? The other one was for his apprentice, former Admiral Aokiji. The rule of battleship bags is that you can't use Haki or powers. The strength of those heroes wasn't gifted at birth. Wait, Aokiji? Hold on! You mean to tell me that the rules of battleship bags is that you can't use Haki or your powers? Seeing as how Garp was using a battleship as a punching bag, Aokiji was as well. And the rules were they could not use powers or Haki. And Aokiji was capable of using a battleship as a punching bag just like Garp. And this is a practice he has kept up with all these years. The rule of Battleship Bags is that you can't use haki or powers. The strength of those heroes wasn't gifted at birth. Pirate Island full of lead! New world! And we see someone sailing into the waters. And it's San Juan Wolf. It's San Juan Wolf. San Juan Wolf got launched into the ocean. San Juan Wolf got knocked clean into the water. How does Garp do that? Haul him up to the air before he drowns! But how? Because remember, San Juan Wolf is literally the tallest individual in all of One Piece. So just pulling him out is gonna be a hard thing. Since he's in the water, he's weakened as a devil fruit user. You call this guy a legendary hero? Drunken Spitfire! And then it shows Vasco's shot using an attack. And he spits something. And Garp, who's taken off his jacket. He's taken off his jacket. And he uses a couple of pirates as a shield. And he's just looking. Pirate fireballs! Ah! Hey, that's hot. Knock it off. What are you thinking, Garp? Are you trying to destroy this entire pirate island? And this is Avalo Pizarro. I've been pronouncing it wrong all this time. Avalo Pizarro, who's looking at Garp, who's throwing these already on fire pirates around like they're nothing. If Commodore Teach comes back and sees the town all wrecked like this, he's gonna kill the whole lot of us! How does he stand up against so many without losing a step? This old man's crazy! Report for Vice Admiral Garp. All the captives and sailors, including the injured, are off the island. Oh wait, this is, what's her face? What is her name? Shujaku? I forget her name. Report for Vice Admiral Garp. All the captives and sailors, including the injured, are off the island. Hang in there. And then it has Tashigi, who's looking at Hibari, who was, frozen by Kuzan. Hang in there, Hibari. Take your time thawing out the frozen. I hope Captain Kobe's okay. We're ready to set sail as soon as you are. Pull back! We're done here! Come on, Kobe! Cross! Helmeppo! Yes, sir! This place lives up to its reputation. There's no end to the pirates swarming out of it. And then Aokiji, who's still able to fight, goes, I'm afraid I can't let you leave yet, Garp. Oh man, I should have left earlier. I don't want to die. And this is Helmeppo. When you mentioned the future of the Navy, did that include me? And Gruss is still upset that Garp refers to Kobe as the future of the Marines. He's still on about that. You want to keep going, Kuzan? Watch out for Blackbeard's officers. As it shows Helmeppo, Gruss, Garp, and Kobe still there. In front of Aokiji, in front of Kuzan. Listen up, boys. When I say the word, run for the shore. Yes, sir. Just make it out alive. Go! And... Someone help! Oh no, we didn't free all the captives. Hang on, I'll save you. Thank goodness we didn't leave yet. It's a trap, you fool! And it shows someone who's pretending to need help, and this individual tries to stab Kobe, but before Kobe can do anything, Garp takes the hit. Garp gets impaled by Shiryu. He gets impaled by Shiryu, who's invisible. And Garp coughs up a little blood because he knocked Kobe out of the way. No! He knocked Kobe out of the way and took the whole stab from Shiryu. Huh? What? And then Garp grabs him even though he's invisible, Garp grabs Shiryu by the collar and then choke slams him with enough force to cause Shiryu to be coughing up blood as soon as he gets slammed. Shiryu! Small time impel down, thug! Yeah, it's Shiryu! An invisible man? He ran Iron Garp through it with his sword. The old man's weakened now. You forget that this man almost pretty much cratered your city at the old age he is. Garp! It's nothing. Go to the ship. This is all my fault. This is all my fault. You stepped in to save me. Don't flatter yourself, Kobe. He was after me the entire time. Garp's weekend! Even we might be able to take him out now! Let's go! There's an entire fortune sitting right before our eyes! Take him down! Garp's got a 3-crown bounty, same as an admiral! That's worth about 3 billion berries! Out of the way, you scrubs! He could have both arms and legs trussed up, and you still couldn't kill Garp. And this is Kuzan. Ice Glove! Oh, this is a new attack. This is a brand new attack from Kuzan. And then we have a flashback to a young Garp. An apprentice? Don't tread on my freedom. Learn from the Navy instructors. I'm done with that. I'm ready for the next level. Take me on as an apprentice. Shut up! Buzz off! And this is a very, very young Garp talking to a very young Kuzan at the time. You better not use hockey. It won't help you learn. I can't even use that stuff yet. Ow! And this is Garp and Aokiji. This is Garp and Kuzan at the time, training with their battleship bags. And Garp is already denting in the battleship while Kuzan is starting out and he's not making any marks. And then time passes. And it shows the sunset. It shows it snowing. It shows the sweltering hot heat. Can't believe my son's a darn revolutionary now! What? I got hiccups. I'm sorry. And then it gets to Garp, who's much older. Then it gets to Garp, who's much older. Now my grandson says he'll be a pirate. I won't stand for it. Why is that my problem? Kuzan, let's have a snack. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm an admiral now. Get us some tea. Ugh. You raised a formidable foe. Consider yourself You've raised a formidable foe. Consider yourself expelled, you dunce. Question: why is there black lightning coming out? Both Garp and Aoki and Kuzan hit each other. Why is there black lightning coming off of Kuzan? See, they hit each other, and they're both using hockey. But black lightning, you know, the kind you would see when Conquerors is used, it's coming off of both of their fists. Does Aokiji know Conquerors? Does Kuzan know Conquerors? Does he have Conquerors? Why is there black lightning coming off of the both of them? Consider yourself expelled, you dunce. And they both hit each other hard. And the resounding shockwave from it causes more buildings to be exploded right in front of Avalopia Pizarro. And Kuzan gets launched backwards, and Garp gets launched backwards. Vice Admiral Garp! Your chances of escape are meager to none. You're on Pirate Island, where the stream of pirates never ends. You think that ship off the shore is safe? Allow me to demonstrate the power of the Isle fruit. And then it cuts to Hibari. Then it cuts to Hibari and everyone else who are on the ship, and she's been thawed out. Hibari! Can someone tell me where Kobe is? I'm sorry. I've been a burden on y'all. He'll be back any moment now. We're just glad you're all right. And then Hibari is crying. Wait, what's that? Open the newspaper, and it's Blackbeard this, Blackbeard that. Well, we want to make a name for ourselves, too. So here's a sneak peek at tomorrow's headlines. The great Vice Admiral Garp leads a team of promising elite troops in an attempted rescue of the naval hero Captain Kobe. But the dreaded powers of Avalo Pizarro, fourth ship captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, bring them to a tragic end at Pirate Island. And it shows Avalo pretty much creating a whole hand. Like, using the entire island, he creates a giant hand as he prepares to smash the ship where the rest of the Navy is. Like Garp's ship. No! You can't! Stop! There are civilians on board that ship! Kobe, don't panic. Justice will prevail. And Garp says this as he's laying back, looking up at the sky as it looks like something is about to happen to everybody. I'm sorry! Oh my goodness. Juke, thank you. Did you just become you just became a member. Good God, you just became a member. How did I not see that? Wanted to do this during your next live stream? Well, thank you, Juke. Well, thank you. Wait a sec, Q. Garp will receive the Jiraiya Sensei's treatment. You speak too preemptively. Kobe's stocks have dropped after this chapter. At least I hope he will take someone with him. You're making it seem like if that was enough to get Garp to die, then he probably would. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If all that it took was Garp being stabbed in the chest, he would have died a long time ago. This is an individual that stood toe-to-toe with Roger on multiple occasions. Yes, he's much older than he was before. Yes, his attacks are not as powerful as they used to be before. But if a simple stab wound is enough to take him out, he wouldn't have lasted this long. So I don't see any death bells on Garp. I don't. Kobe has been useless this whole time, so what's the difference between this time and the last time he was at Hachinosu? They will gang on him. You're thinking of Whitebeard. I don't think the same instance with Whitebeard is going to happen here. So Garp is worth as much as Luffy. A Kainu has to be worth at least 5 crowns. Does all the admirals have conquerors? It makes sense if you think about it power scaling wise. They will gang up on him. They had to jump an old man, the old hero cliche. But I can't see myself getting behind that idea. But we need to talk about some things. Kuzan? Do you have conquerors? Do you have conquerors, or was that just a clash? Was that just a? I think that was just the clash of armament. I think that was just a clash of armament because it doesn't say that he's got conquerors. It doesn't say that he has conquerors. Let me go down. Let me go over to what he's using. Hold on. Actually, let me just go to the page itself. Y'all just gonna shock me. Like, hold on. Here we go. Let's see. On Hachinosu, the Marines and Blackbeard pirates continue their battle. San Juan Wolf has been thrown into the ocean by Garp. The Marines, save for Garp, Kobe, Helmeppo, and Prince Gruss, have retreated from the island along with the civilians. Hibari is slowly recovered from being frozen by Kuzan. Vasco shot can breathe fire. Garp is stabbed by Shiryu while protecting Kobe. Garp and Kuzan continue their personal fight. They think back on their joint training in the Marines. Avalo Pizarro creates a giant hand out of stone, preparing to crush the Marine ship. Garp's cross-guild issue bounty is revealed to be 3 crowns, 3 billion berries, which is the same value reserved for Marine admirals. So, my thing is... Where are they at? Where is he at? My thing is... Garp... Didn't know the chapter is out early. Hello, by the way, just passing by and saw you stream in One Piece. Yeah. Ozzy told me. Ozzy told me in My Hero Academia stream that the newest chapter for One Piece is not dropping tomorrow, but it's out today. So I'm grateful that it's out today. But they had me so shook. But let me come down here to Kuzan's powers, because he showed a brand new attack today. It was called Ice Glove. So let me find that. Ice Ball, Ice Glove. Yeah, okay. So, It wasn't a fact that he doesn't have conquerors. He doesn't have conquerors, but it's Aokiji using Haki in conjunction with his devil fruit power. We've been seeing a bigger amount of Logia types using Haki. Actually, is this the first instance of a Logia user using armament Haki in conjunction with their devil fruit? I mean, if you think back to Akainu when he used when he was in his Logia state, he's learned how to be resistant to the effects of Haki affecting him. So maybe that's the first instance of someone using Haki in combination with their Logia powers. But I think this is another instance when someone is using Haki along with the Logia powers as well. We don't see many Logia users using Haki at the same time. I'm not counting Paramecia types, and I'm definitely not counting Zoan types, but we don't see Logia users using Haki in conjunction with their Devil Fruit powers. And the fact that Kuzan, during the time he was training with Garp, was able to get to that point where both of them were capable of using Marine Navy battleships as punching bags, and get to the point where they're capable of leaving ginormous dents in it, without using their powers or Haki, shows that Kuzan, from the moment we saw him, and every single time we saw Kuzan after that, this man has never shown his true strength. Kizaru, I imagine he's never shown his true strength either. And Akainu, I mean, he goes all out from the very beginning. He's a firm believer in absolute justice and overwhelming force. But Kuzan has just been chill with everything. Yet he's always had this underlying feeling like he's never shown his true best. And it turns out that just like Garp, he's never went all out or used his full strength. This man was trained by Garp, and he has strength. I wouldn't even say he has strength comparable to Garp, but he has strength that was able to keep up with Garp. And this is strength from just pure strength alone, not even combining Haki and his chili fruit together, or ice fruit, however you want to say it. Kuzan has not been shown using his full strength this whole time. And we see a little bit more of it here with Ice Glove, which is essentially him coating his fist in ice and then reinforcing it with armament Haki, which was enough to, land a solid blow on Garp. And Garp was just using regular Haki and hit Kuzan with it. And they sent each other flying in the opposite directions. But my thing is, Garp is out here fighting all these pirates. We see a new Devil Fruit. I don't even know if this is a Devil Fruit ability for Vasco Shot, but it looks like he can breathe fire because of the Glug Glug Fruit. So basically, he's like a walking Molotov to a certain degree. But it gets to a point where Avalo is preparing to crush Garp's ship along with everyone on it. And all Garp can say at the end is that don't panic, justice will prevail. So who else is here? Huh? Who else is here? Did you notice Bogard in the chapter? Who is Bogard? I keep forgetting that. Oh, right. He's a right-hand man of Garp. I keep forgetting that he's always there. How did I miss him? Sorry, it's just that I just overlooked Bogard so easily. Where was he in this chapter? I'm trying to find him. Where is he at? Okay, so at the beginning we have Brand New, we got Full Body, we got Django, we got San Juan Wolf, who just literally got a giant of a man who has the power to grow himself to a higher size. And he's been thrown into the ocean. And seeing as how he's so big, just dragging him out is not going to be an easy thing. But they got to get him out of the water, otherwise he's just going to drown underneath there. And since he's in water, and since he's a Devil Fruit user, him moving of his own power is not going to be a thing that's going to be easy for him. What if Garp called for help from Dragon? There's so many things. He's on the ship. Hold on, let me see. Where is he at? He's on the ship, you say. Is that him in the background? Wait, you mean right behind the speech bundle of Shujaku? He's hidden! How would I know that's him? He's hidden behind! How would I know that that's Bogart behind a whole speech bubble? And her name is not Shujaku, it's Kujaku. I keep getting it wrong. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's not Shijaku. Shujaku is Shijaku. It's Kujaku. But how would I even know that was him? How would I even know that was him? He's hidden behind a whole speech bubble. How did you know that was him? How did you know? But overall, One Piece is back. And we get a continued fight between Kuzan and his former instructor, his former, leader, his former sensei. Shiryu of the Rain gets the first real major hit on Garp, but Garp doesn't waste any time just choke slamming him, thinking like, oh no, I've stabbed you. And mind you, I highly doubt that him getting stabbed in the stomach like this is going to be enough. Enough to stop him. I highly doubt it. Sure, he's hurt, but I highly doubt this is going to be enough to stop him because remember, he was still impaled when he slammed Shiryu. He still had the sword sticking in his body. And then we get a flashback, like, wow, them both hitting each other. The fact that I think Garp was using Conkers with his attack and Kuzan was using armament, and the resounding shockwave from both of their hockeys hitting each other sent this enormous shockwave that did not only uprooted entire buildings, but also sent them flying to the opposite sides. That's crazy. Kuzan literally learned from the best. And then we end with Avalo Pizarro preparing to crush everybody, with Garp saying, "Don't panic, justice will prevail." Who else is there? Who else is there? What do you mean justice will prevail? You got a man who can take an entire island and then turn it into his own personal body, because you see his legs sticking up out of the ground. You see a big old giant hand with the buildings attached to his fingers. This is even greater than what Pika can do. And all Garp can say at the end is like, "Don't panic, justice will prevail." Like, everyone is scared. But Kobe is like more concerned about, civilians being on the ship, and Kobe is literally trying to talk no jutsu his way through this. And I'm thinking to myself, Kobe, these people kidnapped you with malicious intent. You think they're going to listen to you just because you say, "No, stop, you can't, there are civilians on board that ship"? You do realize that the Blackbeard pirates are one of the most ruthless pirates that are in the seas right now. They don't care about human lives being lost. They don't care about that. They don't care about if you were escaping with their slaves. They probably see it as like, "Oh, well, you got our people, so it's time for you to die." If Garp's going out with a bang, taking a few big names with him, I'm happy. Stop saying that he's gonna die. I feel like you're really set on this idea that Garp could die just because he got stabbed. Whitebeard and Garp are legends with no brain. When you fight Blackbeard, Sengoku's strength is not important. I honestly feel, Kohagen, you are kind of still stuck on the idea that this is how Garp is going out. Like, he's going to have a Jiraiya versus the Six Paths of Pain situation. I don't think that's going to be the case here, but at the same time, we are not going on break. Here's the thing. It would be questionable about Garp's well-being if the chapter ended with him getting stabbed. If it ended with him getting stabbed, that may seem like it's on the table. That would seem more likely to be on the table, like that's Garp's fate. But he got stabbed in the middle of the chapter and he's still fighting. So that tells me that he's possibly going to survive this. Because the unique way you disagree, Garp and Whitebeard are smart. Oh, wait, yeah, Garp and Whitebeard are smart. I mean, the Paramount War is a good example of how smart Whitebeard is. And Garp, having fought against Roger, literally the strongest one there was, I feel like Garp went in there knowing that this person wasn't as strong. You've seen too many times this cliche? Yeah, that's the reason why it says you're too attached to it. You've seen it way too many times that you literally expect it when a supposedly grievous wound gets inflicted on a very much like character. Garp is about to go full ham. He's not a legend for nothing. Look, I come back to this all the time. Garp was the only one who could from the Marines who could stand with Roger. And Roger made it seem like the only person that could stand against him was Garp and Sengoku. Those were the only people from the Marines he saw as worthy of being able to send to him. Like, remember when he was on that island when he fought with the Whitebeard pirates for like the last time, and he says like, well, if, these guys are no fun. If you really want to take me on, then you better send Garp or Sengoku. So he regards Sengoku on the same level. Garp may not be that, maybe not that smart, but he's absolutely just like Luffy, a person with a very strong instinct like a wild animal. But his thought process is far better than Luffy's, because he actually thinks about what he's going to do. But that's not all 100% of the time, though. He still moderately goes on impulse, because he literally left before anyone gave him permission to go to the island, the home island of a full-on Yonko. Even Sengoku was all like, are you crazy? Why is he over there? So Garp, he's smart, but he's still impulsive. That's the difference between him and Luffy. He's not stupid, he's just incredibly impulsive. And he's also a man who tends to be, for a lot of the times, driven by emotion when it comes to people who are close to him. Because during the Paramount War, even though he had his pride as a Marine, he let himself get hit by his own grandson because he couldn't bring himself to stop his own grandson, because it was that big of an emotional situation. Then we have Garp going after someone who he's not only trained, but sees at the future that the Navy needs. Because Akainu and everyone who thinks in absolute justice is not the future. Kobe and his mentality and how he behaves and how he is as a person, his sense of morality as a Marine, that's what Garp sees as the future. So anything happening to Kobe is an affront to him. It's like you're taking on his family again. So this is another decision driven by emotion, because of how much he values Kobe. So Garp is not stupid, but he's impulsive when it comes to things that matter to him. Incredibly impulsive. And given his strength, he's capable of acting on that impulse with barely anyone being able to stand against him. This is the first time ever since Luffy punched him in the face that Garp has drawn blood. This is the first time ever since the Paramount War. It's been 2 years for Garp, ever since he's been dealt a wound that's been bleeding. One from getting punched in the face, one from getting stabbed through by Shiryu, and another by getting punched in the face by Kuzan using Ice Glove. And this is all after Garp has basically been mopping the floor with literally everyone, and yet he's still fighting. And then he just ends this chapter by saying, like, don't panic, justice will prevail. See, I don't think Garp sees this as like a matter of like, well, if we're dying, then justice will save us. No, there's something else. There possibly is someone else. There's possibly someone else who's there or on their way. Or it's going to be some really slim happenstance luck that saves them all. Because if you notice, if Garp was about to die, he'd be smiling. Because that's a trademark of all the true Ds. When they're about to die, they smile. Roger did it. Ace did it. Luffy did it when he was about to be killed by Buggy back in Logtown. But Garp is not smiling here. So the shadow of death is not on him yet. That's how I feel about it. If you're right, you'll be happy to take the L if he somehow escapes. I honestly feel like this is not where we're going to see Garp meet his end. If you want a war, leave Luffy back, always protect by Zoro and Sanji, but that's not case Garp Kobe. Sure. By the way, regarding the One Piece chapters from yesterday, Garp reminded me of Sakaki from History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi, when he took that punch from Dadan. I never read or looked at the anime History's Strongest Disciple. I can't remember. Is that the one? Is that the one with the girl with the like massive like bang on her head? I forget which one that is. I forget it. I actually forget it. But this was a great chapter. But Sakaki took a punch from someone weak because it was sincere. But for this chapter, I honestly feel like this fight isn't over yet. Because here's the thing. Avalo feels so sure that he's about to wipe out Garp and every single person on that ship in an instant. Yet I honestly feel like this is... Oh, I remember now. I remember now. But Garp, I don't think this is where Koby, Garp, and everyone else is going to meet their end, because Koby still has a purpose yet for this story. I feel like Garp still has a purpose for this story as well. This is not going to be the end for them. I know it isn't. I know it isn't. I feel it in the depths of my soul. And since One Piece is back, we can continue on Sunday again. But overall, I enjoyed this chapter. And seeing Garp just mop it the floor with everyone, the fact that he threw a person who can grow into an even larger giant, I think 200 and something meters, making him the largest living being in the entire world, and he still found his body upside down in the ocean after getting thrown by Garp. I mean, this is the same man that tried to take out Luffy and his crew when they were leaving Water 7 after getting the Sunny for the first time. And he was wielding a big, gigantic iron ball and chain that was even bigger than the ship he was on. Still questioning where he got that from. So him throwing San Juan Wolf does not seem far-fetched to me, because we've seen him lift even larger. I hope you're right about it. I know I am. I'm not even going to say my channel on it, but I highly doubt. I'm absolutely sure that this is not where we see Garp meet his end. I know, Kohagen, for you've seen way too many cliches when it looks like the old master's about to sacrifice himself or die off. But I feel like you may have watched that cliche one too many times, and you just expect that to be the same. So, the same way people look at live service games that were made back then and are being made now, and all they see is like the bad examples of live service games and don't see like how the good ones are still around, and seeing that there's potential for good live service games to be a thing. I feel like that's the same situation for you when it comes to old men cliches in animes, where they look like they're about to give their lives. But I don't think this is the situation. I don't think this is going to be a matter where Garp dies here fighting the Blackbeard pirates. And I don't think this is when Avalo is going to take out everyone on those ships. He's going to be stopped by something or someone. I don't know what. But yeah, like Ozzy said, Garp isn't going anywhere. Also, Ozzy, once again, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that the newest chapter of One Piece was out, because had I gone further into the day, I probably would have never known, and I would have been like, no, the chapter was out yesterday. So, here's the thing. Let's just go over the most important things. Garp has been stabbed, but he's still capable of fighting, even though he's laying on his back right now after both he and Kuzan punched each other directly in the face. We don't see Kuzan get up, but Garp is just like on his back right now. So we're just going to have to see where things go from here. You really, really hope, Kohagen, just put your mind at ease. Stop thinking the worst. And just keep your expectations at a mid-level. So that way you're not disappointed if he survives, or you're not too overly happy if he doesn't. Just keep it at a regular level for next week. We're not on break, ladies and gentlemen. But for me, I honestly feel like this isn't the end for Garp. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But I'm done. I've carried on a lot longer than I needed to, because I need to go ahead and continue with My Hero Academia. I know I have it scheduled for like 2 o'clock, but I'm probably going to start it at like 1:30. I'm probably going to start it at 1:30, so that way I can just... So place your bets, people. Who is going to back up Garp? See, Part of me thought Kizaru, even though it's far off, but we already know that Kizaru is already with Jay Garcia right now. Part of me thought Akainu, but Akainu has never been able to leave Marineford. Well, never been able to leave the new naval base. And ever since this series started, so it's like, I don't think he's going to be there. What are the odds that the Seraphim make their way over? What are the odds? I'm just saying. You say dragon, of course, if it is not a cliche. You say that, but Garp says justice will prevail, but who knows? It could be dragon, it could be somebody else, but I don't know. We don't know. So I'm not going to place my bets on who's going to save Garp, because it could be any number of people. It could be some Marines we haven't seen. It could be the Holy Knights. It could be literally anyone. Neil Johnson, you're coming in right at the end of this stream. But we don't know what Garp means by don't panic. Justice will prevail. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know if it's going to be... He could be Kuzan, even though Garp says you're expelled. It could be any number of things. You never know. You never know. One Piece is back, and it leaves us with more questions than answers, as usual. But I'm done. Let me go ahead and get ready for My Hero Academia, and then afterwards, Jujutsu Kaisen. And then afterwards, I'm going to rest. Knowing that I don't have to do a reaction to One Piece's new chapter, I can pull back my stream for my One Piece reading back to 12 instead of pushing it forward, because I thought I was going to be reading this chapter tomorrow. But we got it out of the way, so I'm grateful. Thank you, Ozzy, once again for keeping the heads up. And thank you, Juke, for becoming a member. Thank you. You are definitely helping this channel, stick around. You're definitely helping this channel continue on. And I'm just letting y'all know, y'all contributions to this channel goes towards this channel being better, me getting stuff that can make this whole thing even greater, and, games as well, because games cost money. It definitely helps towards the channel overall, so I just want to say thank you for all that you do. But I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for My Hero Academia, then Jujutsu, and then I'm going to rest, see if I can get myself something to eat, because I'm hungry. I didn't even eat one of the breakfast bars that they had at church earlier this morning, so I didn't eat. So I need to get myself something to eat. But I'm glad that One Piece is finally back. Also, more importantly, I hope Oda's doing well. He's probably recovered all this time after his surgery, but I hope Oda is doing well with his eyes and everything. Because, yeah. Out of all the things that have happened today, I really hope that Oda's doing good. But I'm done. All I can say to everyone here at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, because it helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. One Piece is back, baby!